We're back. Well, I don't have the gloves on. I might put them on later on in the stream. So hit that like button right over here. Cash App, super chat or whatever. It's your boy MC Recovery, and we finna look at recovery being the inside job. Man, I'm gonna tell y'all a weird story. When we was younger, man, in my neighborhood, it was all just black folks. And then we started having the Mexicans, but we never thought in our lives that when we grew up later, that we never thought it was like, like really white folks on food stamps. Man, y'all finna see some outrageous commentaries and outbursts and things. And let's get this thing started. So, welcome to the show. Hit that like button, share it, comment on it, and we finna get this thing started. So let me see. The first one up. Oh, we got the first one up is a compliment to our boy. May he rest in peace because he called it. See, and he called it like this. He called it being winter coming. So
by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Or food stamp, you need to pay attention closely.
And when winter comes, it does not, and this is not just the winter. We are heading into what I'm going to call the long night. It's not going to just be 6 months. We're talking about a global reset for the world.
If you receive SNAP benefits or food stamp, you need to pay attention closely because this is just breaking news coming out that starting November, you probably are not going to be receiving any benefit.
Well, it's official. Corporate America is cooked. Did you hear the news that Nestle is announcing a 5-figure layoff? We are talking about 16,000 employees.
Word on the street is Oracle is going to lay off about 10,000 people sometime in Q4, maybe December.
Basically, what women are hoping that single men who had no family, no children, and have been locked out of the sexual marketplace because of this hypergamy will somehow come and save their lives.
River TV. What's up, guys? It's your girl River, and
so in other words, go over there and check out Reva's show because I like the fact she put on there that Kevin Samuels did try to warn us. Matter of fact, we seen that from far distance. We knew sooner or later something was going to jump off. It ain't the first time that things like this jumped off, but in this magnitude, hey, it's deep. So let's hear what she's
I'm back
doing.
again with another video. So if you guys are unaware, obviously we know that we are in the middle of a government shutdown. I had briefly touched on it in another conversation in which, we kind of explained or we went through everything in regards to why the shutdown is happening, the anticipated length of the shutdown, and the reasoning behind it.
There's too many people that don't understand why the government is shut down right now, so I'm going to try to make this easy. A few months back, they passed something called the Big Beautiful Bill. The Big Beautiful Bill cut $1 trillion worth of Medicaid funding over the next 10 years, and they're saving that $1 trillion in a couple of different ways. First, they introduce work requirements for able-bodied citizens. This means if you can't prove that you're disabled, then you're required to work to receive Medicaid. You have to prove that you've either worked or volunteered or studied for a minimum of 80 hours a month. That's only 20 hours a week. Second, they made it to where you have to verify your qualification every 6 months. Before the Big Beautiful Bill, people could apply for Medicaid and then just remain on it. But now people are required to re-qualify every 6 months, proving.
So, in other words, a lot of people have been just, laid back, relying, looking at being on government assistance aids for generational, like it's a job. And that's the part that was cracking. That was flipping me out. So go over there and check out the rest of this video, and we finna really get it cracking with things like this now. So let me see if I can find what's in the chamber over here. And this one right here, scrambling.
And I asked them to.
Am I supposed to support my kids on $38 in food stamps?
Now,
so if Mike is, I
Ain't nobody judging you. Nobody is judging you for getting food stamps. Nobody. My point that I was trying to make is if you are in need, which government assistance is a need. If you are in need of government assistance to pay for your food for you or for your family, you shouldn't be buying $9 smokes. Because if you can afford $9 for smokes, then you can afford $9 for a couple packs of hamburger meat. Okay, so let's do a little math here. Say you get $500 worth of food stamps, and then you get $500 on your paycheck. The $500 from your paycheck should be going to your bills and your savings. Because government assistance is supposed to be that break for you to be able to save so you can start not relying on government assistance. So if you're spending your extra money that you have because you get food stamps to buy your groceries on things that are not necessities instead of saving, you're abusing the program. Now, I will say the people...
Now, not on that note, she's talking about how people is abusing the program, and I believe she's bringing it from a point of take being on the take that she needs these things. So but on this factor, you see she in a real brand new car, reading glasses, man, and it's a part 3. So fair use on this video right here. This video is over there with this is the channel I've seen go across my deck a couple of times, and that channel is called Star Trends.
I will say the people that commented that said, how do you know those were her? Okay, so I didn't know. I don't know. She could be buying it for her sister, her cousin, whatever. And if that's...
Oh, she must be commentating on this lady. Her. But now let's get over here to where we're going to see some other stuff. Is this the same lady? Yep. She got her hair done. Dang. She's all over the
office telling me not only am I losing my food stamps, I'm losing my $2,100 in cash benefits that I get every single month to pay my bills. I'm losing my Section 8. My food stamps have now decreased from $4,300 to $19 a month for 6 kids. How the hell am I supposed to feed 6 kids on $19 a freaking month? On top of having to come up with rent, because now I don't have Section 8. Cash benefits, no cash benefits. My $300 utility check that I get every single month, I will no longer be getting.
What?
We're gonna be left out on the fucking streets.
Yeah.
They take all of my food stamps. I don't even have a fucking dollar to my name, and I have 6 kids to feed. Please
man, you hear the
tell me,
kids.
how is this making America great again? Can somebody make...
Did y'all see her nails done? I mean, they really done. They really done. Where did that money come from? I know her hair's done. That didn't come from food stamps. Nails done. That didn't come from food stamps.
So apparently there's this thing called No Stamp November. Honey, have you heard of this? Where the government has shut down. Apparently they are not going to give 41 million Americans their food stamps. You mean to tell me that 5 people are standing in the way of this government shutdown being over with? The 41 million people don't get their food stamps for the month of November. I'm just kind of curious. What do you actually think is going to happen here, government? I'm already predicting that there's going to be nothing but mad chaos. I'm talking about people are going to be looting stores. They're going to be going into the grocery stores, anywhere and everywhere they possibly can, stealing food just to be able to feed their families. What is this government shutdown for anyways? Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't been in the loop on it. Now, my sister has been telling me some stuff, but I'm just going to say this right now. I think it's the biggest crock of shit I've ever seen in my life. How many kids do you think are going to go hungry whenever their parents don't get their food stamps? Sometimes some of them families, the food stamps that they receive, that's the only money they have to eat on for the month. I guess I need to do a little bit more research because I don't know 100% as to why the government completely shut down. I mean, my sister did tell me a few things, but if you want to know, I've been just so busy with work and dealing with Josh's health that I haven't kept up with it really. But I do know one thing for sure. I cannot stand to see somebody go hungry, and to think of 41 million Americans going hungry in the month.
Wow. So, fair use, go over there and check out the Star Trend News. But man, then it's another one. It's this other one. Now we're gonna take a look at the stores that don't want you coming in there trying to steal stuff. Walmart do not want you to come in there.
How the frozen
Some of the
blueberry trip can help you
employees,
achieve
people,
20/20
they
vision
don't
without
want you to
needing
mess with
glasses or
theirs.
lenses.
Hello, my name is Dr.
So it's gonna be a lot of people getting in trouble doing things of that nature, man. It's like going up in the stores, robbing and just taking the stuff like it's yours. And then the reason why I titled it whites and black, do just a straight outburst and rich and poor, because at the same time the stores are of two of the rich, and it's the poor. Poor are the disenfranchised. I ain't gonna say poor, but it's like poor thoughts, a poor mindset. That's why this is Recovery is an Inside Job. Recovery is an Inside Job show. Uh, man, it's gonna be crazy. And no, that means in November, people get stamps on certain days. I believe maybe on the third, the fifth. But they say like the 11th is like the last count that day, and then on the fourth, on the fourth or the fifth, it's our voting time. So it's gonna be crazy. November is gonna be, shit, it may be apocalyptic right in these stores. Some stores may close early. They ain't gonna be people. Hours are going to get uh, cut because they ain't gonna tolerate this madness. So let's get back to what I was about to put up and see what Walmart is thinking about on this.
World, because you ain't getting no food stamps. I'm gonna call the police on you.
Fair
I'm gonna
use.
call. They're on speed dial. I'm gonna call them expeditiously. I don't care. I don't.
Wow, you've got the Walmart employers responding.
I'm just saying this right now, and I don't want to scare you right now, but I think this is something that needs to be told, and not told. I think people need to be on alert now. If you think crime in Philly right now was bad, it's about to get real bad. They just put it out that funds of food stamps and everything that's on your EBT card is on a pause. As of, I believe it's starting either tomorrow or today, but it's about to stop. The reason why, when I say about to stop, as of right now, it's stopping. So, just to let you know that.
So he put that video up. I believe he put this video up today. Damn.
Join Thomas the Tank Engine at
Oh,
Day
there
Out
goes
with Thomas,
Thomas.
the party tour,
Oh,
coming to a
that's
station near
one.
you.
Christmas is coming.
Let me tell you something. If you think that you better come up in here and steal from the Wally world because you ain't getting no
Christmas
food
is coming.
stamps, I'm gonna call the
Golly.
police on you. I'm gonna call. They're on
So
speed dial.
let's
People go to their cars.
It's just, you don't need that. The take I thought was interesting with the caption, grocery snatching soon.
And people are going to start, I'm telling you, this is going to be a thing. People are going to start, instead of stealing groceries from the stores,
right?
They're going to start watching people go to their cars. And they're going to take all of their groceries. And you know what the store going to do? Not our problem. Not our business.
Damn.
It's outside the store.
So that
They
means
didn't
people
do it in
gonna
the store. It's not our property.
They need to have security in the parking lots.
But that's
If
more money.
this
because that
actually
some of these
pans
stores
out
are
the
not
way
gonna
people have
hire
been
that many
talking about it,
security.
and which doesn't seem too
I mean, some of
far-fetched,
the security
because
ain't
if you
gonna
think
be
back to the
wanting to stop no
pandemic,
madness
I
like
don't think
that.
people anticipated, or at least I didn't. Maybe you thought that like toilet paper and hand sanitizer would have been real hot commodities. I was genuinely shocked by how frantic
So go over there and check out the
people were acting during COVID. And people did sort of overdo it, right? You had people who had a bunch of stuff that they ended up not using or needing because, of course, people begin to freak out.
Call
Hey,
911.
I noticed right in
Call
the
the
front,
authorities.
he
Make a
had my
report. They're going to leave your
work
ass
friend.
dead. And people are really going to be stealing people carts of groceries out of the grocery parking lot. I'm telling you. It seems like it's headed that way.
Wow. So it's like people talking all this. Hey, People are gonna be jacking other people for groceries. Do you know how dangerous that is to get a paying customer and you jacking for the groceries, which lead to trying to grab the purse or the wallet? Man, I'm telling you, boy. Wait, this get closer to that purge law because I believe one state has the purge law. I believe it's Pennsylvania. I don't know. Someone looking Google and put it in the chat if I'm correct. I'm gonna see how good my memory is from a couple of years ago when they said they was gonna put bring purge into the law. It's like something related close to the movie, but the purging is just being totally ignored if things don't really jump off too hot if the authorities are around. That's what it's related to. So I see something. We're gonna watch a little bit of this video, and I'm gonna move up because watch. See, need a prenup, but don't know where to start. What is that? Oh, he was doing a commercial. Oh, so let me see if he got. Oh, he got this Caucasian guy. I think this the guy was had in here earlier. Let's see what he's talking about. This gonna be very interesting.
Concealed carry. Another person here added, not in Texas. They're not. Blatantly walking up to citizens who are not employees of stores and thinking you're going to rob them. You should think twice, depending on the state that you're in.
Food stamps. Look, I'm seeing so much complaining about food stamps right now. Just a mentality of entitlement created by living off of government subsidies. I get it. Some people need it. My older sister has autism. She's 26 and has the mental capacity of about a second grader. Of course she needs help.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you're disabled or elderly or even both. Look, food stamps, they're good when you need them, but for most people, they're not supposed to be a lifelong thing. And people who pay taxes should not have to bear the responsibility for your life decisions. And then you're going to hop on social media and complain and say you'll do whatever you have to feed your kids, except go get a job or actually do something honest. Here's our solution. Let's go out and steal, and we'll put pressure on the store clerks and police who are paying for the very subsidies that we enjoy, instead of the Democrats who are holding the filibuster. Honestly, though, food is the easiest budget to stretch. And don't act like there isn't churches or other organizations to help with childcare or schools to send them to if they're old enough so that you can go and work at Sheets for $15 an hour.
I've told you guys in my last video where I was addressing this, I said, hey, I see the need for food stamps, just like this gentleman here says. I've never been on food stamps, but I do remember when I first moved out of my parents' house. I moved out to Southern California. I remember going to church and leaving church. In the front there, they had like groceries and a lot of produce. And that helped me when I was getting on my feet when I first moved out of my parents' house. I see no problem in people wanting to help other people. I do see.
Yeah. But he is raising a good point because you got to remember, like, hey, who's holding the filibuster? Them Democrats is holding that filibuster. I thought so, and then you got to look. He got $15 an hour there, but then, like he said, something about the sister having some autism and stuff. And I know certain people that have disabilities, not even on food stamps, and they on the SSI or something of that nature, is because to them, some of them feel rather afraid to even get on the food stamps, even though because they're getting the SSI and they well taken care of. So man. But if they think it's gonna be some robbing and stuff like this, man, it's gonna be a lot of people laying down. Some of these real families. And I like what else he said when he was reading his chat. So go over there and check out his channel. There's some more things in that chat because some of the people, and write things in my chat. Some of the individuals said that depends on what state you're in. What did they mean by that? You mean we have soft states that's going to allow you to just walk up and just take the groceries? I don't think so. Especially if a person is on their last dime or something. Shoot, boy. and, and, and and if they have kids. So go over here, fair use to the kids to this show. This is how his channel look. I always show y'all this part. Uh, his channel is like this.
Some moms want to build income from.
And he always talk about drink the coffee. See, this is his channel. So go over there and check it out, and let's get on with another. So go over there and check out his channel. This is like some breaking news. What's up, Cody? Cody Marshall is in the house. Man, I'm just going food stamp. I was going to put variety up here. Start making my titles a little shorter. And but I had to start it off with winter first. Because it wasn't like people didn't get a warning. So here it is. Nashville connecting controversy of White House ballroom project. Oh yeah, that's it. And this the other guy now. Him right here. He's the attorney. So here's the update. If y'all want to know more about what's going on, okay? This this one right here.
Now that food stamps are the most. Hey, good. Let's get rolling. Let's get into this. So, let's have some fun. Okay, here we go. There's something you need to know basically about what's happening with the government. At this moment in time, there is a change occurring. Now, obviously, a lot of you are like, whatever, November's coming up, it's not a big deal. It actually is a huge deal, and here's why. We're going to start off with why we're doing this video. So the reason we're doing this video is that the federal government has a lot of agencies, programs, stuff it pays for. And yes, obviously, you all know now that food stamps, for the most part, are going to be cut off in November. And pretty much every single state has said that they can't really fund them going forward. Although some of the blue states are saying they might try to do it. But they need about they need about 8.5 billion to actually, do it for a month for food stamps, like pay for them. But at the end of the day, the problem is that they only have about 6 billion in reserve. So they can do a little bit, but they can't do enough. So it is interesting that the government.
Wow.
It's not really focusing on how they're going to go ahead and get an extra 2.5 billion.
Strength training now at a new level.
I hate when that happens.
Employees as they age, right? Pensions are gone. Okay, have to take care of them and their children, and that's stamp plan. They will tell you literally in the news today to buy shelf-stable food, which is their version of saying buy food that's going to sit on the shelf for a while. But if we're really honest with each other, if we say it from a point of view of somebody who would understand how the poor are actually doing, the poor have already spent their food stamps, their food supply money for the month. So just to be clear, there's no buying of shelf-stable food. The money's already gone. Now, I want to start off with some basic quotes because I think they're important. They're very educational.
And the cool part about it, the shelf stuff, but what I'm concerned about is these fruits, these vegetables, the meat products are going to go spoil. They're going to flip them in some of the stores and make cooked food. And the cooked food, sooner or later, in these supermarkets, because the rich don't want to become middle class. And because becoming a middle class supermarket is mean you're poor. You're damn near to bankruptcy. So they gonna start accepting that EBT for hot food. But will they get a auditor straight right in that state? I doubt it because these days I think in a lot of our states, allegedly, supposedly, we're seeing letters on stores and hot food place, but I've not lately seen anyone that look like an inspector or do show up or if they do, maybe that's the only time. But until then, go over there and check out his video right here.
Let's go with
it.
And
I may speed it up at times too.
Quote, this is from President Lyndon B. Johnson upon signing the Food Stamp Act of 1964. As a permanent program, the food stamp plan will be one of our most valuable weapons for the war on poverty. And he was right. It was. Now, Ronald Reagan came in.
Dang, call it a valuable weapon. Did you hear him read it? Think about it. To have that quote and to say that quote that way, that's like, wow. This was really literally put out there as some type of thing of like, did it really cause war and division among us? Probably did. That's the way it will look. But in the meanwhile, go over there and check out the rest of this show. We're gonna listen to one.
Said, God has blessed our great country with rich abundance by reminding us that in the land of plenty, there can be no excuse for hunger. The Task Force on Food Assistance has presented us with a challenge. Another quote, Tammy Duckworth, U.S. Senator. Okay. Nobody wants to be on food stamps, but when my family lost everything, we were grateful for it. I was grateful the program was there so I could concentrate on my schoolwork and not on my empty belly. We were grateful that we had the support we needed to roll up our sleeves and rebuild our lives. Now, the only kicker is nowadays we have TikTok. Nowadays we have Facebook Shorts. So the whole nobody wants to be on food stamps is not turning out to be completely accurate. In fact, some people schedule their entire existence, how many kids they have, what they're doing, how they're making videos about food stamps on basically when the food stamps are coming out and demanding that a lot of the middle class have to take care of them and their children. And that's pissing off a lot of middle class. Next.
See? Did you hear that? Usually a politician will talk about they're going to help the middle class. They haven't even been saying that lately at all. At all. The middle class and the poor. No one has been saying that lately. It's like the middle class is just pushed to the side. Middle class is really what I'm saying is the working class. So that shit is the ones that's trying to stand within the rules. And then like the way we had these food stamps videos, our baskets ain't as full as theirs. Full to the brim? Oh my God. Only way that happened is if you got two working employees in the house and you have two or more kids. It goes filled up to the brim. And it's some responsibility of what you put in your house. But like I said, I saw it on the news. Start stocking up on perishable goods. I always had stocked up on perishable goods. I already know I got me a nice amount in there that could probably last maybe a good two weeks or more, depending. And then if I really want to stretch it, hey, then you could go to churches and places like that also. So feel free to go over here and check out the rest of this video and let's get this thing to really rocketing. And so I'm trying to see where's that other video at. Give me a minute. Now we didn't see some of the Caucasian folks be peed off about the food stamps. Man, I got these gloves on. It makes me move the mouse kind of funny sometimes. Here we go. Now this one, fair use. The twins hang out in Kenya. Now I've been seeing this person pop up.
You name it.
All of this very much preventational because they just sent 40 food supplement, nutritional supplement, SNAP.
Deep freezer. They can eliminate the SNAP program now. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I shared a One Big Beautiful Bill update. It's a SNAP update. It's pinned. But that's what's going to happen, and most likely in red states. I will keep you updated on all of this. This is a fiasco.
I'm gonna tell you like this right here. If you done got your stamps for this month, or you haven't got them yet, if you done got your stamps, or when you get your stamps for this month, don't go running trying to sell your damn stamps. Don't go running buying all that goddamn junk food, them knickknacks and all that bullshit. Don't be trying to do nothing else other than put some grocery in that refrigerator and some grocery in that deep freezer, because I'm gonna tell y'all what's happening. So that whole rumor talk about no stamps being issued in November is a fact. Nobody in America that's in the EBT or part of the EBT program will receive food stamps in the month of November. Nowhere in the United States, if they have a government SNAP EBT program, wherever you are, they will not be issuing no benefits. Now, this is the crazy thing. I don't know if y'all really believe a lot of the stuff or if y'all reading up on it, but bro, brace yourself because it's not just November. Listen to me, it's not just November. It's not just November. They trying to phase out and get rid of food stamps just like they trying to do the Section 8, the government assistant, anything that's government assisted, any programs, they trying to get rid of all of that. You see what I mean? And they telling everybody it's to save money and it's the this and it's that. That's not what it's for. That's not what it's for. Don't be no fool.
Think about it. Wow. Now that there, that was a real warning, boy. He got on the work thing. They want people to go back to work. Hey, what if they fade all that out? Then what's going to happen? Now we're going to have family and communities really talking to each other, getting back together, have negotiating. No, this is gonna be like, hey, you're really gonna need a village now, because see that they fade out things, and they only would leave it there for full proof that you need this. Wow. So for rich or poor, that's going to hurt these supermarkets in a way, because that money used to be flipped to cash. See, that's what that money used to be flipped towards. So I'm gonna end it right there. I've been up about 30 minutes. This was a pretty man. The homeboy gave a warning, so I should have just said outbursts and warnings for the video. But that's the way it goes. Man, I mean, but let's listen to this. What this lady finna say. See if the next one that was coming up, just to make sure.
So this lady in Memphis says she gets up this morning to find out that her food stamps are gone. So I thought it was a joke at first, but no, she took us to the food stamp or SNAP benefits office with her to talk to the social worker, where the social worker told her that yes, the food stamps are gone, nothing they can do about them, and guess what? You will not get a refund for this month, but reimbursement for this month, just wait till next month. This lady says, what am I going to do? My baby needs milk, and I have 6 kids. This is what I want to say, and some people going to get mad at me. I think the government has set everybody up real good, and this is why. When I was coming up, I said all the time we was poor. Mama cooked breakfast for dinner, but I'm only an only child. I think my mom and dad knew that they couldn't afford 2 children, so they didn't rely on any help. They did the best they could with the one child that was me. I have to ask this question, y'all. The government has set y'all up good, because I want to know, what would you do if you couldn't get food stamps at all and you were responsible for every child that you put out of your body? That's my question, and y'all gonna get mad, but it is what it is.
Did you guys realize?
Dang, so you got to remember, and that's exactly what it looked like. It looked like it's a cold sit up. Women, been having babies after babies, baby daddy after baby daddy. Now you gotta go looking for them, or leave that kid with that man that you know for sure gave you that baby. Uh, uh, because like wow, this this thing. Because if they phase this out, hey, it's gonna be a lot of women saying, "Dang, the gravy train and hope," or you got to get 2 jobs, 3 jobs. Winter is here for real. But let's hear what this guy is finna say.
That there's so many.
And fair use to the twins. And fair use to the twins right over here. The Twin Changes program. Let's see what this brother finna say. See,
People talking about the food stamp cut that's going on, as far as like people not getting their food stamps for the month of November. But what I'm going to say is probably not going to benefit you or change the narrative of what's going on for the month of November. But what I am going to say is that you guys realize that around the first of the month, when the majority of people get their food stamps around the first of the month, not everybody, some people get them like on the 3rd, the 15th, it all depends. I don't know if it goes by your last name or what, but majority, if not all of these grocery stores around the U.S., they depend on those billions of dollars worth of food stamps to come in every single month. They prep for it every month at the grocery store. That's why when you go into a store around the first of the month, you see fresh grapes, everything looks so fresh and pretty because they know that it's going to leave those shelves quick. You guys realize, even if it's just the month of November and people don't get their food stamps, do you know how bad that's going to hurt the grocery stores?
I've seen plenty of power banks over my 15 years of reviewing tech, but this Ridge one quickly became a favorite. So this, a 10,000 milliamp hour.
What are you doing? Logging in the way.
Well, this is an important cup of tea. A whole lot of y'all have reached out to me today about the news that's spreading that people that receive...
Man.
Majority of people get their food stamps around the first of the month. Not everybody. Some people get them like on the 3rd, the 15th. It all depends. I don't know if it goes by your last name or what, but majority, if not all of these grocery stores around the U.S., they depend on those billions of dollars worth of food stamps to come in every single month. They prep for it every month at the grocery store. That's why when you go into a store around the first of the month, you see fresh grapes, everything looks so fresh and pretty because they know that it's going to leave those shelves quick. You guys realize, even if it's just the month of November and people don't get their food stamps, do you know how bad that's going to hurt the grocery stores?
Well, this is an important cup of tea. A whole lot of y'all have reached out to me today about the news that's spreading that people that receive SNAP benefits will not receive their benefits starting November 1st. SNAP benefits, EBT, that is food stamps. And yes, a letter was sent to states to tell them to withhold releasing funds to recipients, dear. And in that letter, they were talking about the shutdown.
So, feel free to go over there and check out those videos right on the twin shows up there that y'all saw over the screen of them 2 twin girls. Man, this is gonna be really something, man. November on the 1st gonna be the day when we're gonna be hearing people gonna be trying to call excuse me, for their food stamps. But at the same time, if states even dare to do that, you see how many billions of dollars that it takes just to run a state that have individual single family homes and or individuals receiving food stamps. And I bet the lesser have 2 family homes receive food stamps, SNAP benefits, and EBT. In other words, it's a lot of things that even Doge didn't even mention that was coming up missing. Are a lot of information to me. I'm starting to see people saying, oh, it was written into that beautiful bill. It was written into the beautiful bill for a reason because something wasn't said that they may have found at a lot of these layers of agencies. Allegedly, something was said that we're not hearing about because you got to remember if we're selling the food stamps and then you have government employees swiping and stealing food stamps, who else was doing who was the real robbery? It's a whole lot of other stuff that jumped off. Jumped off for real. Just think about it. Wow. These big companies and their brands was winning. So, I'd like to just wrap this show up and thank y'all for showing up. This has been a slow show, and now I'm going to do a short one in a minute. Until then, remember, recovery is an inside job. Man,